Happy Valentine's, everyone! I decided this week I'd pick a game that's good for 2 players. So we're going to focus on Décorum by Floodgate Games. In the game, it's called Passive Aggressive Cohabitation because you have your house, which I of course broke now. Because you have this nice and simple house that you're trying to decorate with different colors and different unique pieces of artwork and trying to do it while making another person happy. Some of the rounds, you're definitely like, okay, we're seeing eye to eye, like, I get it. Good job, team. And then there's definitely some of them that are a little harder. You're like, I understand why this is passive aggressive. I feel aggressive. We're going to recreate the cute little house as a cake. We're going to cover it in fondant to decorate it, and then even make little pieces to put on top. So if you want to, you can spend your Valentine's Day playing the game and then taking out your aggression or feelings of success by having some cake. Let's get started. Okay, we did it. We survived the gingerbread marathon, and it's time for our basic cake. Take your favorite box cake mix and follow the instructions, except substitute half of the water it calls for with milk. You can even do all milk if you feel particularly daring. Line a 13 by 9 pan with parchment paper and spread the batter evenly. Bake it at 350 degrees for 20-25 minutes. You could tell it's done if the top doesn't jiggle and a toothpick in the center comes out only a few crumbs. I was originally going to use this cake for my daughter's birthday, so I went super basic and made an American buttercream. Put 2 sticks of softened unsalted butter and 3 cups of powdered sugar in a mixer with the whisk attachment. Mix on slow until it starts looking like icing, then increase the speed to medium high for about 3 minutes. At that point, add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 to 2 tablespoons of heavy cream depending on how thick it looks. Mix on medium high for another minute and you're good to go. To prep the cake, create stencils of the actual Décorum board, as in literally trace them on a piece of paper and cut it out. Use this to create a cardboard base to put your cake on. And now you can level your cake with a serrated knife and use a stencil to cut out the cake that best matches the shape. Some of the stencil will be wider than the actual cake, so you can use some of the bits you cut off to complete your house shape. Take a bit of your icing to attach the cake to the board and to glue the extra cake bits together. Please learn from my mistakes here and just flip the cake over. Since I cut off the top of the cake to level it, there were so many exposed crumbs that they just want to stick to the icing. This is why they create crumb coats, and why this process is one of the most infuriating things for me, when the icing just slides with you and you just pick up the crumbs. Ugh. Thankfully, I was able to cover the cake and make it smooth enough to be covered in fondant. Roll out your fondant so that's 1/8 of an inch thick or less. Use a rolling pin to pick up the fondant and drape it over your cake. Since it's only 1 layer, you don't really need to worry about it ripping as much, and you can take your time smoothing out the sides and top. I recommend letting it sit in the fridge for a while at this point to let the fondant dry out a bit and for the icing to harden before you actually decorate it. To finish your fondant work, roll out a grayish brown fondant and cut it so that this will be the top attic portion of your cake where the score is. You also need some red, yellow, green, and blue shapes to decorate and be the pieces that you fight over. I mean, discuss politely about in the game. Hey everyone! While you're here, make sure you hit subscribe for new videos every Tuesday. Thanks! To decorate our cake, I started by recruiting my husband to draw the 4 boxes. Straight lines and I are just not friends. I admit it, we're not good friends. The fondant is an off-white color, so I chose to add the details with a brown marker. Go room by room, adding the different furniture and spaces for the pieces. For now, leave the places for colors blank and you can always come back later. So like the cute little blue pillow, just leave it blank for now. Once you're happy with the base of the rooms, whip out those edible paints that we create by mixing a drop of alcohol with gel food coloring. Pick a color and find all the little details in the 4 rooms. I love how simplistic the board is, and it was really cool to see how much better the cake looks after you add those little color pops. You also need to add paint to the paint splashes above the room, which designate what color the room is painted. Happy with your rooms? I really like your style, but I may not have met my winning conditions. That's what you say in the game. It needs some pop and labeling. Use thick white royal icing to label the rooms and add any extra details. The white is needed to add attic details and number labeling. Once you're happy with your attic, use some royal icing to glue it onto the cake, and then finally take a paintbrush to paint around it to give your house a roof. Final details, find some game pieces that correlate with the color pieces you created. Use edible marker to draw the images, and then that white royal icing to add the white that makes the pieces identifiable and pop. Now it's time for you to debate with your date about where to put your edible decorations. Winner gets to eat the cake. Luckily, it's a cooperative game. Thanks for watching another episode of Board Game Bakes and spending a little bit for Valentine's Day with me. I want to know, what are your favorite games to play, either just 2-player games or ones you specifically like to do for couples? Let me know down below. Keep playing games and keep them sweet. Bye!